Good morning, guys. I'm going to be finding trig values and then drawing it on the unit circle and then finding the value for that. So I did these last four. So basically here what I did is I drew the unit circle. So a unit here, and then I basically found 5 pi over 6. So you could remember where that is on the unit circle, or you know that this is 1 pi over 6 away from pi, and 180 is pi. So basically it's here, and what that means is our reference angle, our reference triangle forms a 30, 60, 90 triangle, and these are the side values for a 30, 60, 90. The hypotenuse is always 1, regardless of like where your thingy lies. And then the longer side for 30, 60, 90 is square root of 3 over 2, and then the shorter side is 1/2. And so if I had this angle, then the reference triangle would be here, and then I would follow the same kind of idea. And it would be like that. And as you can see, they both have the angle measure of 30. But if it was higher like this one has the angle measure of 60. And so this is the longer side. You would make it square root of 3 over 2. And this would be 1/2. And then the hypotenuse is always 1. And so that's how I determine the side lengths of this thing. And then we know sine, according to SOHCAHTOA, is opposite over hypotenuse. And so when you do that and you plug these in, then you end up with 1/2. And if you follow this, all students, our angle is in this quadrant, and S means that sine and its reciprocal, which is cosecant, is positive. So just to review, all means everything is positive. Students means sine and its reciprocal is positive. Take is tan and its reciprocal is positive. And then calc is cosine and its reciprocal is positive. And everything else is negative. So same thing over here. I just found where I drew the unit circle, and then found where the measure of pi over 4 would be, formed the reference angle, and then filled in the sides. So we have rad 2 over 2, rad 2 over 2, and 1, since this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, which means that these two side lengths are the same, and the hypotenuse is always 1. And so for cosine, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is the adjacent, and this is the hypotenuse. So I have this over this, and you end up with that. And it's all in the first quadrant, meaning it's all positive. So this value is positive. Okay, down here, I drew a circle, found where 5 pi over 4 is. For the reference triangle, we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle here, meaning these two side lengths are the same and hypotenuse is 1. We have opposite over adjacent, so opposite over adjacent, and that'll just give us 1. And it's all students take. In this quadrant, tan is positive, so our answer is positive. Here we have cosine. You have this, the measure of 7 pi over 6. Then we have our reference triangle with a angle measure of 30. And so that means this side is rad 3, 2, and this is 1/2. Hypotenuse is always 1. So you have opposite or adjacent over hypotenuse, so adjacent over hypotenuse, and that'll just give you this. And you have all students take. It's not tan, and since it's something other than tan and it's reciprocal cotangent, it will be negative. So that's why cosine 7 pi over 6 is negative. Okay, now let's do some of the reciprocal examples. So for this, basically, start with a circle, and I draw where pi over 6 is, which is here roughly, and then label in my sides. Okay, so this thingy is positive, so I moved this way, and how I remember is it is counterclockwise, which is positive, but also it makes a rainbow, and rainbows are a good thing. Yeah. And this way is negative, which is clockwise, because you're losing time, is how I remember it. So anyways, for cosecant here, cosecant pi over 6, we're going to use this reciprocal sign, which is opposite over hypotenuse. So we have 1/2 over 1, which is 1/2. And cosecant is 1 over sine. So we're going to put 1 over the value of sine that we just found. And that is equivalent to 1 times 2 over 1, which gives us 2. And all it's over here, so it means that this value is positive. I'll do another reciprocal one. Okay, cosecant pi over 5 over 6. So I just have, we have the, where's pi over 6? So it's positive, so I start on this standard line, and then we're going to move to the left, which is counterclockwise. So 5 pi over 6 is like here. So we're going to use the reciprocal of cosecant, which is sine. Opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse. We're going to have so our answer for this is also 2. Okay, now for this bottom one, we have a cosecant negative 4 pi over 3. So instead of moving this way, we're going to be moving down this way. So 4 pi over 3. One way to think of it is, it is 2 pi over 3. Oh wait, not 2 pi over 3. Yeah. Okay, so it is 1 pi over 3 past pi, moving in the negative direction. So, like, pi, which is also equivalent to 3 pi over 3, since you can just cancel that, plus pi, 1 pi is 4 pi over 3. And we know pi is 180, so basically, you just move in the negative direction past 1 pi over 3, past it. So I'm going to break this into 3. Here you can see the 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. So we're over here right now. So this would be our angle right there. Okay. So this is our angle here. So we can draw our reference angle now. And sine, we're going to use the reciprocal of cosecant, which is sine. Opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so just write 3 over 2. Cosecant is 1 over sine. So 1 over the value of sine here that we just found, and then what you get is 1 times 2 over rad 3, and then multiply rad 3 on the top and bottom to bring it to the, or to get rid of the rad on the bottom. And you're left with this, and you have all students take calc, and you're in this, which means sine is positive, which also means its reciprocal is positive. So this is the answer, and that is the positive. Cool. Let's see if there's more reciprocal examples. Cotangent. Okay, so we have this one, cotangent. So we're going to start with a circle. Break it up. Find 11 pi over 6. It's like here. Yeah. Moving in the positive direction has brought us there. Or if you don't remember that, you can just think of it as 11 pi over 6 is pi over 6 away from 2 pi, because 12 pi over 6 simplifies to 2 pi. 2 pi, and 2 pi is 360. Okay, but anyways, so you have that, and you just find your reference angle, make your reference triangle, label the sides. So cotangent, we're going to use tangent. Tan is opposite over adjacent, so we're going to multiply by 3 on the top and the bottom. Okay, and cotangent is 1 over tan. So you have 1 over tan, which is what we just found, which is equal to 1 times 3 over tan. So you get that. But you're going to multiply it on both top and bottom. And that cancels out. You're left with square root of 3. And you have all students take calc. And calc is here. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tan. Tan is negative in this quadrant, so cotan is also negative. So the value for this is negative rad 3. And that is it. Yeah. Good luck and good night.